afternoon. Welcome to the start of August vlog, and definitely not where I expected to be or any of my viewers would expect me to be. I had a call from Michael, my son, yesterday, and it's like the weather forecast was pretty low pressure, quite a lot of rain, so why don't we risk going to Crown Lakes for our first visit there. So that's where I am for 2 nights. I mean, I got here about an hour and 20 minutes it took me to get here, so I got here about midday. Had a chat with a couple of people who were fishing and had a look around. Found a spot that would work for Michael and myself as we're fishing together. Wanted to try and get a couple of swims together, and actually saw fish showing in the area as well. It's now 5 o'clock and Michael has literally just got here. I think I've had some horrendous journeys. He left work at 10 to 12 and it's taken him 5 hours to get here. So I think he deserves a fish just for that drive. But yeah, we'll see what happens. It's a lovely looking lake. Hopefully we don't have the problems with the swimmers and barbecuers and everything. With it being cooler, I mean, ironically, just checked the forecast and there's not going to be so much rain now as was originally forecast, but it's not going to be that warm, so hopefully we're not plagued with the general public, let's say. The rods are out there. I've put 20 spoms of bait on each rod, so plenty of bait out there for the fish to find, and we'll see what happens. I'll update the vlog probably at some point tomorrow. Maybe one of us has had a fish. That would be nice to put a picture of the fish in, but either way I'll update it with a little something tomorrow. Okay, see you then. Well, good morning, welcome back. Sunday morning on the vlog. It's I didn't update it yesterday because nothing had happened really. So, well, not really, nothing had happened, so didn't really see a point of updating the vlog. It's early Sunday morning now, a couple more hours, the rods will be out, maybe 3 hours before we start packing down. Nothing's happened. Michael, we think he had a take last night. He was rounding his swim and coots were diving on his baits, but his left hand rod ripped off around where the coots were, and it looked to me like there was a fish on, and he thought he had a fish on, but yeah, the hook pulled, and that was just on a chod rig, so they're not always the best rigs for hooking fish, so maybe it was a fish, maybe it wasn't. We'll never know, will we? But yeah, and nothing's happened in my swims. The rods have been out. I mean, 2 rods have stayed on their spots, and they've had, over the couple of days, they've had probably 15 kilos of pellet and boilie put on them, just to try and draw the fish in. I mean, the fish are out there, fish have shown in the areas, so I thought that may draw the fish down, but I've not had any bites. And the other rod was a bit of a roving caster showing fish, and then at night it's putting a deep margin. But yeah, nothing's happened, so it's looking, unless something changes in the next couple of hours, although it's a blank for us both unfortunately. But yeah, glad we came to the lake, really nice lake. Maybe we were lucky, we haven't experienced any problems with kids swimming or anything. There's been a couple of dogs in the lake, but not that close to me, so not really been a problem. And yeah, we'll definitely be coming back, albeit another one of those with a bit of a trek, not so bad for me, but yeah, a bit longer for Michael, although not the 5 hours it took him last time. I think it's about 2 hours from his house and an hour and 20 to an hour and 40 for me. So yeah, we're definitely back. Hopefully the sound's alright on this. I have found out what was wrong with the external mic, and it's actually the little attachment that goes from the GoPro to the mic cord that's stopped working. And yeah, looked around the internet, any you find are yeah, the reports on them are not good, so I haven't bought any of them. And of course GoPro make one, but it's £45. And yeah, although I would like one, I'm not that desperate for it. Hopefully the sound's good enough without the external mic. My personal opinion is, on the last vlog that wrapped up last month, is it wasn't as crisp a sound, but it was adequate for what I'm using it for. So that's it for today and this weekend. Not sure what I'm doing next week. I may be down on Reading for a couple of nights. We'll see. But that's probably where I'm going to be next week. Obviously if I go somewhere before then I'll update the vlog and see you then. So until then, have a good day. Well, welcome to the vlog. Find me working from the lake today. A version of working from home. So we'll see how that goes. Came up yesterday afternoon. Not a bad journey up. A little bit of traffic at one point on the M25. Got a bit snarled up, but probably only delayed me 10 minutes maybe. So yeah, I've got here. There's only 3 of us here. Chris, myself and Alan. So we've spread ourselves out. I've come back in that swim. I've fished a couple of times before. Chris is in the middle of the lake and Alan's a third of the way up that side of the lake. So we sort of got the lake covered. A few fish have been out recently. Obviously I've not been here for about a month now. So just hoping we can nick the fish. Fishing a couple of spots, not the normal spots I fish. There's a couple of spots out that are actually glowing where the fish have definitely been feeding, so I'm fishing those spots. Strange occurrence in the night on one rod. I mean, I had one bleep on the right hand rod about midnight, and I did shine a torch at the hanger and it slightly moved, but nothing to suggest I'd had a bite. And about 2 o'clock this morning I had another 2 bleeps on that, and the hanger moved up probably, I don't know, not even an inch. So again, I've said before, in hindsight I should perhaps get up in the night and check the rods, but I don't when I get single bleeps. And I've got up this morning, 5 o'clock I got up, watched the water for a bit, drinking a cup of coffee, and yeah, even though I don't like to wind in at that time of day, I just decided I'd check that right hand rod because I'd had those couple of bleeps, and it was absolutely solid in weed. So I'd had 10 casts to that clear spot, 100%. I got a donk when the lead went down, 100% that rig was not in the weed when I cast it out. So I'm guessing those 3 bleeps where I got done in the night, a fish has just picked it up, swam straight in the weed, and yeah, unhooked itself and left me to bring in a big ball of weed, which was no mean task, I can tell you. Anyways, we're here so I'm here for another night, and I should pull off early tomorrow. Well, not too early, probably 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Plan is yeah, I'll do some extra hours work tonight. I did do some work on Saturday as well, and again I'll log on at 5 o'clock tomorrow. I don't normally start till 7, but when I get up at 5 I will log on at 5, and sort of that equals out the time it will take me to drive home tomorrow. So I don't feel like I'm certainly not nicking any hours off of work. They get more than enough hours out of me. But just nice to be here and see if I can nick a fish. So I'll update the vlog later in the day if one of us has a fish, or tomorrow just before I'm packing up. So see you then. Okay, welcome back. Let's wrap up the vlog for today. After this morning when I said I'd had that one fish had done me in the weed and that, went up and saw Chris, and he'd had a take at midnight and unfortunately got cut off, so lost that fish. And then Alan had a fish early this morning. I think it was 17 pounds 2 ounce. He was quite pleased with that one because he said that fish was originally growing in his pond before it was put in here. Then Chris had a really nice fish, black as your hat, scaly mirror, 25 pounds 8, I think that was, 25 pound 8. Oh, he's happy with that. And then just a while ago I'd arranged to go and have dinner, do a barbecue up in Chris's swim, and we literally just got the barbecue ready to put our burgers on when we heard a screaming take from over the lake. And we looked across, could see Alan's, well, we couldn't see Alan because he's tucked away in his swim, but we could see his line going out into the water. And a long story short, the barbecue zip at 44 pounds, and I can't remember the ounces, but just over 44 pounds. And Alan's caught that fish once before, I think it was 6 years ago, at 28 pounds, so he's over the moon to have that at that weight. And that brings us around to where we are now. As I said earlier, I'll be pulling off tomorrow morning quite early. I think Chris is doing another night. I think Alan's got 2 more nights, so I will do an update to the vlog tomorrow morning. Hopefully I've had a fish, but if not, I'll have to have a rethink about how I'm going to fish the water. One of the things I think I will be doing is changing the bait I'm on. I mean, Alan, Chris and a few others are all on the same bait, and they are putting a hell of a lot of bait in each week, and I'm guessing the fish are almost recognising that as a natural food now, so they're not so weary of it. Whereas me turning up, well, at the moment once in a blue moon and then putting out a bait they're not used to, probably isn't doing me any favours. So I think a change of bait is on the cards. Anyway, that's it for now. So I'll update the vlog in the morning. As I say, hopefully I've had a fish, but either way we'll do a quick update in the morning. So see you then. Well, good morning, welcome to the vlog. Yeah, very quiet night down here. Had a fish crashed out just before 5 o'clock somewhere down this end, so I got up. It was still a bit dark, about 4:45 it was. Couldn't really make out where that was, so I'm assuming it was down to my right, where the end of the lake is, and it's just a stalking bay really. So yeah, other than that, absolutely no action for me, not even any bleeps. Whereas the night before I was getting the odd bleep where fish were definitely in the area. And then probably just to back up my theory that no fish have been in the area, the coots were out diving on the baits again early this morning, which again just reiterates no fish have been in there and all the baits just sitting there. So yeah, this end of the lake was perhaps devoid of fish last night. So nothing here. It's 7:30 now, and yeah, I've not had any calls or texts from Coops or Chris, so I'm guessing they've not had anything yet. Although anything could happen in the next couple of hours. It does seem to produce takes in the mornings. There is one other chap just up from me who I don't really know. Well, I don't know. A guy called Greg. I've not heard him do anything in the night, and he's really close to me, so if he'd had anything I probably would have heard it. Yeah, so that's it for this vlog. I mean, that's 16 nights for one fish for me now. I mean, yeah, I find that hard, but in fairness, you've got Stuart coming down today, one of the bailiffs who's yeah, he's done 30 nights now without a fish. So yeah, there's others finding it even harder than I am. So weekend coming up, we've got big barbel fishing on the 7, as I think I said at the end of last month's vlog, I'm going to take Darren, got him a guest ticket on the 7. He's never caught a barbel, so a bit of pressure on me just for a change, try and put him on some fish and hopefully nick 1 or 2 myself. I'll see you up on the River 7 at the weekend and we'll take it from there. Good morning, and yeah, welcome to a very wet River 7 up at Coalport. As I said at the end of the last vlog, I've come up here with Darren, not actually with Darren, because I drive up from Braintree 175 miles and he's driven up from Devon 210 miles, where he's moved to recently, or a couple of years ago anyway. And yeah, we've met here. Now Darren's never caught a barbel, so I've put him up in a swim where I've never blanked. It's not prolific, you don't catch loads there, but there's normally fish there. And in fairness, I found out this morning, it's not just he's never caught a barbel, he's never actually been river fishing. So just spent a bit of time explaining where you need to put the bait, how the flow of the river works, and hoping we could put him on some fish. And yeah, before I've got a rod out, he's had a little chub, so he's over the moon with that. First cast, probably an hour after baiting up, been trickling the bait in for an hour, first cast in, a little chub, so hopefully there's some barbel to come. Schoolboy error with the GoPro, I've left all my adapters at home today, so it's precariously sitting on top of a extending bank stick, and hopefully it won't fall off, but obviously it's not going to be the same angle. From early days, I think it was Darren who said to me, you need to get the angle always the same, so it's always the same stand it's on, always held in the same position, but it won't be for this vlog. So yeah, the rods are out and we'll spend a couple of hours in these swims, and if nothing happens then we're up sticks and move further along the river, see if we can catch some fish along there. But we're here, like I say, till it gets dark we can stay, so hopefully we'll get at least a barbel for Darren, and it'd be nice if I could get one as well. So yeah, I'll just update the vlog as the day goes on. See you later. Okay, let's wrap the vlog up then. So just coming to the end of the day, quite a successful day for Darren. He had that small chub this morning, just after I'd done the vlog I think. That was followed by a 4.5 pound barbel, so obviously he's PB, and that was followed by a 5 pound 2 ounce barbel, so yet another PB. We moved up to this swim this afternoon, just a bit more comfortable, we could fish together. Had a bit of a play around with the drone as well, so if that footage is any good I'll put a little bit of footage in of the drone, or of the river really, the drone going up and down the river. Yeah, not so good for me. I've had a few perch, a roach, a small chub, but yeah, no barbel. And the rods are still out, so there's still time. So we'll see what happens. Obviously, as I always say, if one of us has a barbel in these last 20 minutes odd, we'll stick it on the vlog. On the plus side, we don't have to drive home today. We're going to kip down in Darren's camper van for the night, and then get up early and chip off home tomorrow. So as we're home a reasonable time, both got things to do. Yeah, next week I will be down at Reading on the syndicate for a couple of nights, trying to get a carp again, so see you on the bank there. Well, good morning, and yeah, going to wrap up August with this little session here. Originally I'd planned to go up to the syndicate. I was going to go late yesterday afternoon, do last night and tonight on there, and pull off tomorrow morning. The forecast is just really high pressure, and yeah, I could be wrong, but in my eyes it's just that long journey, all that effort. It's hard to catch on there at the best of times, and with the pressure that high I just don't think the fish would feed. So instead I've just come over to Braxted on the reservoir, try and catch some fish really, just to put a bend in the rod and everything. I don't think I've been on here since February, whereas last year I fished a lot up here. So I've just come up here with a big bucket of particle, fishing a spot that I've fished before, albeit the swim I used to fish it from is all overgrown and for some reason not in use this year. So I just went into that swim and put the marker rod out onto the spot that I'd had fish from last time, and on the next swim along. So, and to be honest, it's only another 2.5 wraps to the same spot, and put the rods out. I had a double take at just gone 7 o'clock this morning. Rods had only been in about 15 minutes, so only a couple doubles. I think I weighed one 14.5 pound, the other one was smaller, but yeah, nice to have 2 fish that quick. To be honest, I'm surprised I haven't had more. Normally they move in big shoals on here, but I've not. I've had the odd bleep and the things, probably small fish in there now. But yeah, the plan is just sit up here really for the day, or if it's an active day until the bait runs out really. So I'll update the vlog later on and let you know what I've had. Hopefully a few more fish. So see you then. Okay, well, let's wrap up this vlog. It's been a strange day today, to say the least. Yeah, I put the rods out just after 6 this morning. Well, I guess it was 6:30 time they were out. Had the first take at 7:15, and whilst I was playing that, the other rod was ripping off as well, so a double take. Got those fish in, just weighed them because you never know if you're going to catch any more. There was a 14 pound or 14.5, and I think it was 12 the other one, so a couple of low doubles, and then had a manic 4 hours. From 7:15 until 11:15, I had 9 fish, 2 18s, 2 17s, a 16, a 15, 2 14s, and that 12 pounder. And yeah, I haven't got pictures of them because both the 18s I would have normally photographed, even though I normally say 20s, but 18s, they were quite nice fish, big commons, and but both of them, whilst I was weighing them, the other rod was ripping off. So I don't bring my retaining sling just for a day session. To be honest, it's my little Chub Barbel sling that I weigh them in. So yeah, just had to put them back without any photos or anything. Yeah, and then 11:15, 11 o'clock, 11:15, whatever, the runs stopped, as they normally do on here. So I'm going to try to recompose myself, get some rigs made up, get some PVA bags made up, and then normally you'd get some runs lunchtime-ish, a couple, and then another hectic session in the evening. Well, nothing else has happened all day. Mad, the fish have just switched off. You know, weather-wise it's been strange, been overcast, it's normally wind in my face all day, but if you check the weather, the pressure's just been going up and up all day long. So I've even tried zigs, and they're not out there taking zigs. I mean, the only thing that did change from this morning to this afternoon is there were only 3 of us on this morning. By lunchtime there were 11 on, so a lot of casting, a lot of bait going out, and I don't know if that made a difference. It doesn't normally on this lake, but maybe it did today. So yeah, at the end of the day I still had 9 fish, but that sort of wraps up August. Not the greatest month. September, I don't know, I'm not going to get out on a cross rate. September's probably one of the best months of the year for the carp, but yeah, I've just got a lot going on in September, so I'm not going to get out much. I have got a 2-day guestie on one of the RH fisheries waters, one of the syndicates. I know someone who fishes it, so but we'll see. You know, it's I'll be fishing as and when I can in September, continuing with the vlog, and see you on the bank then.